Alright guys, welcome to another video. I'm going to be looking at May-June 2017 web authoring. Alright, so I'm going to delve into this immediately. So tax 1, evidence document 1, open the file 1731 evidence.rtf. make sure your name, candidate number and your name, center number and candidate number will appear on every page of your evidence document by placing these details in the header. Okay, save this as a word processed document in your work area with the file name 1731 evidence followed by your candidate number, for example this. Okay, so you will need your evidence document during the examination to enter the answers to questions and to place your screenshots in when required. Okay, so I'm just going to get this done, open this file and do the needful. So I'm gonna go to 2017 May June. Well, let me look at my evidence documents. Yeah, so this is it here. So what I'm gonna do, open that. Let me see, make sure your name, cell number. Okay, so I open that. So I have to append my name at the header just to be sure that it appears on all the pages. Sketchbook, that's my name right there. So and then have my center number. I always assume 001, and then have my candidate number 001. Let me just have it 001 too. Alright, so I close this. So another thing we need to take note of is that we are meant to save this as a word processed document because the file is in RTF, alright, rich text format. So we're going to save this in word processed document. So we're going to save that. So I think I'm gonna have to save it in that same location. Alright, yeah, so I have to save it at the same location, but this time around I'm going to change it to Word document and then have this as 1731 001 followed by my candidate number. So I think this is all they want. Alright, so what's the next thing? So this done. Alright, so I'll move on. Tax 2, web page. You work for Tawara Web and are going to help some trainees develop web pages to teach students about website authoring. Create a new folder called HTML_1731. So I'm going to copy this because I'm going to use it as my folder name. Locate the following files and store them in your HTML_1731 folder. Alright, so I'm going to locate this also. So I'll go back to my file. So I'm going to locate okay, first of all let me just create a folder so I don't lose the copy though. So have folder, so the name, I just have to paste the name immediately and then go back to my source file. I copy this, these are the ones that are needed, then copy this and then paste them here. Alright, so all the files needed are here. Okay, so what's the next instruction? So I think I've carried out all these ones. I've carried out this. So done. So open the file 1731 san1.png in a suitable application. Resize the image so that it is 704 by 528 pixels. Okay, so 1731 sans 1. Okay, sound 1, sorry. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my folder, which is this one, then open this image. So I'm going to open it with Microsoft Office 2010. Now, for some of us who are using Windows 8, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 10 and all that, you might find it difficult to use this, right, or install this or something. You might not have it, but if you want to install it, that means you have to download a what's it called, SharePoint, Microsoft SharePoint, and then deactivate other programs and then just activate only this one, and then you'll be able to install it. I had difficulties doing that, but I have found a way to do that. I love this because it helps me to do a lot of manipulations on besides Photoshop though. All right, so what's the next? The question is so resize the image so that it is 704 by, so which means width 704 and then height 528. That's what it means. Okay, so I'll go back to that image. So save this image file. Okay, so let me just do the first one first of all. So I'll go to image and then resize. So I'm going to have a custom, all right, custom width and height. So I'm going to resize it to 704 by 528. All right, so and I'm going to OK that. So new size file 704 by 528 pixels. So I'm going to OK that. All right, the question is save the image with the file name this. All right, so I'm going to save it with 1731 SAN2. So I'm going to copy it just to be fast enough. So I'm going to go back and then save as. So I'm going to save it with this name. All right. So .png. So PNG already. So PNG is already chosen. So I think we're good. So I'll save that. All right. So that's for this. All right. So remove the right of the image to make it 230 pixels wide and 528 pixels high, like this. So which means that we're going to remove this X portion. All right, so we're going to make sure that we remove the right of the image to make it 230. So now if we can do a little bit of maths, so this is already what's it called, 704 width. So but we want to reduce it to 230. all right, so we need to know how much we're going to cut off, all right, just to be able to have exactly what is needed. Now if you do your maths very well, find out that from here to here will give us probably about around 474. So we're going to cut off from the right 474 pixels width of the image. So I'm going to go back to here to my image. So I have it as 704. So I'm going to actually resize it. All right, so hope I'll be able to do that. Let me just see crop. All right, good, crop. So I'm going to, from the right, I'm going to just add 474. all right, and that will do the magic for me. So cut it out from the right, and then if you okay that, then you have yourself a perfect 230 by 528 pixels. All right, so that's it for that. So save the image with the file name 1731 SAN3. So I'm gonna just copy that just to make it fast. With my image, oh, yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna save as also. Save as, I'm gonna have it as this, and also PNG, and save that. All right, so the next question is display the contents of your HTML underscore 1721 folder, showing the folder name, image dimensions, all file names, extensions, and file sizes. File sizes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, first of all, evidence 1, take a screenshot of your HTML. Who's blowing whistle at this time of the day? Oh my god. Never mind. Alright, take a screenshot of your HTML underscore 1731 folder and place this in your evidence document. Make sure that the folder name, image dimensions, all file names, extensions, and file sizes are clearly visible. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my alright, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make it in a detailed form. So I have my date, I have my type. So the type is PNG, of course the extension is showing. So in a case where the extension is not showing for your own, just go to view and then make sure you check the file name extension, and that will show for you. I have the size showing. What else is not showing? I have the dimension. If your dimension is not showing, just right click up here, then take dimension. If you can't see dimension at this menu, just click on more, and then you see a couple of other in details. All right, so that's it for that. So my dimension is showing, size is showing, the file name is showing, extension is showing, file type, everything, the size is showing, everything is showing. So I think we are good for this. So what I'm going to do, and then also the file, the folder name is also shown. So I'm going to simply take a screenshot immediately. I'll just take a screenshot right away. Let me just make sure that this one shows too, just for the sake of it. It's already showing down here, but it's all good. So I'm going to take a screenshot right here, and then copy this, and then go to my evidence. Evidence 1, image folder showing folder name, all file names, extensions, and sizes. So I'm going to just paste it right here. I don't need any adjustment, just move on, boy. Good. All right, so that's it for this guy here. So I'm done with this. So number 4, evaluate in your own words other changes that you could make to this image to make it more suitable for use in the web page. Type your evaluation into your evidence document using no more than 100 words. Now for this, just to save time, I'd already typed some things or some observations about the image, or my evaluation about the image. All right, so one of the things about my evaluation about the image is that at least a web an image should be as small as possible, or the size has to be as appropriate as possible, just to enhance a loading of the web page, or loading of image, or download of the image. All right, so let me just quickly paste what I have here, because I don't want to waste time on this. Evidence, yeah, so image could be stored in GIF. So now the image is in PNG, all right, and it is probably it occupies reasonably more storage space. So I'm gonna cut this because I don't need it anymore. So cut it, and then off I go. Where do I paste that? My evidence here, have it right here. So if you save the image, you can just do the you can evaluate by yourself, and then saving the image in GIF and then saving it in JPEG or JPG, and then see the difference. You find out that it's going to occupy a lesser, the size is going to be lesser, and then thereby occupying lesser storage in your memory, something like that. So the loading time will be, and download time will be shorter. All right, so when you refresh, it doesn't take too much time. Another thing is changing the color depth. Okay, so the color depth also can be changed from 16 bits to 8 bits. You can see that you can experiment with this using Photoshop, because Photoshop shows that clearly. Some other image editing software could probably just, you have to reduce it to web format or some different format, but Photoshop could show you that, the 8-bit per channel size, and then this 16-bit per channel. So it will show you very well. So that's how you could change the color depth. And when you change the color depth, you could reduce, when you change it from 16 bits to 8 bits or 4 bits, you can reduce the image size also, and that will enhance your web page, loading of your web page, and people won't complain of too much time loading and all that. So reducing the image quality too. So find a way to reduce the image quality. But one thing about image quality is I don't really subscribe to reducing image quality, but if you reduce the image quality, it's going to also reduce the size, thereby making it faster, making loading of images faster, something like that. All right, so this is my evaluation. So if you have more, and if you have any other, or if you have a comment or anything you want to say, please just leave your comment at the comment section below, and yeah, I'm very open to suggestions and all that. All right, so this is my own evaluation. All right, so let's move on. This done, so I get this out of the way. So number 5, create a web page called 1731 links.html. So this time is HTML, not HTML. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to copy this guy here because I don't want to waste time. So this web page must first of all, let me load my expression web. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to load, so let me just start loading it now. All right, so this web page must work in all browsers and will have a table structure with visible borders and grid lines as shown below. All right, text shown in the bold must be entered into your web page. The texts in italics are instructions you must do. Replace text in chevrons with answers. Image candidate details as instructed. All right, okay, so I'm gonna actually create a web page called 1731 links. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here, then have myself a HTML. All right, okay, I've already got one here, so but I'm just gonna save as. Hope it's gonna save at a default. No, I just need to. Where's my 1731? 1731, right? Where is it? 1731. That's it right here. So I'm gonna save it with this name. All right, so .html. all right, so that's the name of the file. All right, the HTML file. So I'll save that already. so that's the name. So this just got it done. All right, so this web page must work in all browsers, blah 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 blah. All right, so we're going to create something like this. So that means we're going to create a table. So the table is how many rows? 1 2 3 4 rows and then 3 columns. So we're going to just create tables immediately. So I'm going to go to table, have myself how many rows? 4 rows, I remember, and 3 columns, right? 1 2 3 4 rows, 1 2 3 columns. All right, so I'm gonna merge this one, the whole of the top. So yep, that's it. So I'm gonna merge this from here to here. I right click, modify, merge. So this stuff. What's the next one? So from here to here, from the second row to the last row, I'm gonna merge all of them. So so from here to here, right click, modify, merge. All right, the next one, so down here, I'm gonna merge them. Okay, from here and here, right click, modify, merge. All right, so I think it's looking the way we want it. So the next thing is, so I'm going to follow the instruction inside, even though the instructions are already written here. Replace the text, enter your answer to question 6. Okay, let me just follow with the way it is here. Replace the text, enter your answer to question 6 here with a description in your own words of the function of a hyperlink. Set this as H2. So I'm going to put this because I'm required, the ones in bold, I need to have them. So what I'm going to do is, in fact, let me just start from the first one. So what I'm going to do is take this guy here. Maybe let me just take this guy first, and then have it here. All right, and then set it to what, H2 or H3. So set it to H3. Select that. So select that, and then H3. All right, and then the next one is I copy this one too. Let me just have them also. H1, set it to H1. So I'm gonna have I'm gonna paste it right here. Select it, and then set the heading to H1. Okay. Let me just read the next instruction. Let me just be taking them one by one. So I have this. So replace the text, enter your answers to question 7. Where is the question 7? Alright, okay. So let me just follow what is here, because I don't have time to start reading all that. Add appropriate alternative image here. So I'm going to put the image, place the image saved in step 2 here. Alright, so what image we have in step 2? In step 2 we have this image. So 1731 Psalms 3. So we're gonna add it here immediately. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just go back there, click right here, and then go to insert picture. I'll look for the picture. Nope, this is not what I want. So this is the one I want here. Yeah, that's it here. So I insert it right there. Alternative image. Let me just give it something like Saba, because that looks like a Saba to me. Alright, so Saba. So I have it right there. So don't worry about the space, just keep walking. So don't bother about that. So let's see how it goes. Alright. So let me just take them step by step. So the first, okay, I've done this. So the next one is here. I'm going to handle this now. Enter your answer to question 6 here. Well, set in style H2. So I already tabbed out the answer because I don't want to waste time on this. So what I'm going to do, I'll just go hyperlink used to navigate from one page to the other. So I'll copy it, or let me just copy it because I don't need it anymore. So I'll just get that out. Come back here, then have it pasted here, and then have this as H2. Now, one thing I want to say is, in case you're using Dreamweaver or Maya or any other editor. Now I'm using Microsoft Expression Web, so I can easily do all this copy paste here and all that stuff. So it has a way of handling it for me. If I want to copy from Microsoft Word and then paste right there and all that stuff, and it maintains the kind of the formatting. Now, if you're using a different editor, please some of these things, if you have to write something or copy from one place to the other, make sure that when you copy this, you go back to Notepad and then paste it at Notepad. Now what Notepad does is that it drops every formatting that text might have. Alright, so when you paste on Notepad, you now copy it back. Now that will help in case of some irregularities most of the time. So I'm doing this because everything is just Microsoft based. Alright, so it's just a tip though. So I know most of you will understand what I mean, because you can't just be watching this video without at least being able to. You must have read about web design and all that stuff before watching this video. All right, let's move on, please. The next thing is I have to copy this and then paste it right here. All right, set it to H3 actually, H3. And then the next one is okay, enter your answers to question 7 here. Set as a bullet list with square bullet point. All right, so question 7. So question 7, that's what we're about to do right now. All right, so a bullet point, so it's going to be square, so you need to take note of that bullet point. Okay, so I've already typed out that, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paste immediately, cut it here. So I'm done with this guy. Cut it here and then go back to my expression web and then paste it right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything because it just have to be in a bullet point, so I have to select everything. All right, and then go to okay, just set it to bullets, right? Set everything to bullets, but the bullet is in supposed to be square, but it's in circular form. So I can right click here and then choose list property and then take my square. All right, and then okay that, so you have square right here. Okay, good. So and that's that for that question. And then what's the okay, so we have web created, website created by, so I'll copy that, name, center number, candidate number, so I have to put that at the last point, paste right here. Let me know the heading H3. all right, so my name is sorry. All right, so my header number has to be NG001, and then I have my candidate number 001. Okay, and I have to set this to H3. Good. So what's the next thing? Okay, so I think we're good with this. So if there's another thing that I'm missing here, please leave your comment below. All right, I'll read your comments. All right, so attach the style sheet tab 1731.css to your page. All right, so I'm gonna attach this. Go back to my, all right, so save my progress and then attach the style sheet. So browse for it, and then this is it here, then attach it right here. Good, looking good. All right, so that's for that. So I've already attached this. A trainee has started to create a second style sheet to be added to the web page. The style sheet is not finished and contains a number of errors. Open the style sheet st1731.css in a suitable software package. The web page and style sheet must work in any browser and use the most efficient method. All color codes are in hexadecimal. Make sure your style sheet contains no HTML. The specifications for this style sheet are below. So we're going to create, we're going to adjust this guy here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my folder, open that. What am I? Yeah, that's my folder right here. I like to have it in this view st. So this is it here. So I'm going to just open it in web expression web. Right. So that's where I'm going to adjust. So this is what we have here, and then we're giving this specification here to work with. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay off everything. All right, so and start afresh. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to take them step by step. Now the table, we're going to look at the table right now. When we talk about the table size, this the table, the border and the internal grid lines. So when we talk about internal grid lines, we're talking about TD. That's it. Table data. All right. So, and I know the most effective way to do this is wherever you have different elements or selectors that have similar properties, you combine them together when you're writing your CSS code. All right. So for this, the internal grid line and the table, also that is the TD, they share some properties. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start with them. All right. So I'm going to start a new style shape, and I'm going to call it table and TD. Right. So I'm going to call this one. So I'm going to combine two of them. Table, TD. Right, you can type all these things, but I just want to use this G1. Very lovely, and I also want to perfect how to use it though. Yeah, so I can type, but this is why I use this is because of sometimes when you're typing you could make a mistake, so I choose to just use this. So I'm going to have TD. So the first thing that I'm going to look at is the border. All right. So the border dark green, the color of the border, dark green, and I have also this both of them are dark green, and then what else? And both of them are solid. All right, both of them are solid. So I'm going to look at that, and then any other internal grid lines this one collapsed. Another thing, I don't think I have another thing. So they just have solid and what else? And then dark green. All right, and dark green. Okay, as the color is dark green. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back right here and then have go to border. So I already set this to table and TD. So I have border. So the border style has to be solid. Okay, border style has to be solid. With solid here, border style has to be solid, and then the border color has to be dark green. The color has to be dark green. All right. So, but I've chosen. I found out that this is also dark green. 005. 0050 and then 00. Okay, this also gives you dark green. Okay, a situation whereby you're confused about dark green, just click on one of these places and then just choose a dark green color, and then that's it. But I just want to use this for dark green. All right, so I click that, and then that's what I have. Okay, if you want, you can choose something different. Actually, is this dark green? Oh, okay, it's dark green actually. It's alright. So that's it for this. So once you write your code, you'll be able to see your code down here. So I think everything is so border style solid, and then I have border color this. So I think that takes care of the table and the TD. Okay, so when we talk about internal grid line, we are referring to the TD. All right, so I apply that, and that's that for that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to look at right now is the table itself. Okay, so the table itself. So we're going to look at the table. The table is about 650 pixels, all right, wide, and then we have that the table is also 5 pixels thick. So that means the table is 5 pixels thick, and then what else? I think that's about that. So we'll just go back there, and then the border collapse also. The border collapse has to be also collapsed. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to table, and then create new style, and then have it as table. You can have a bunch of it, a bunch of selectors here, but I always like to type actually. So the first thing is the width. Okay, so the width position the width has to be 650 pixels, 650 pixels, and then border width. So I go to border, also border width. Border width has to be 5 pixels, I suppose. Let me just be sure. Yeah, 5 pixels. All right. So that's the border width. That's the thickness they're talking about right there. So the border width has to be 5 pixels. So 5 pixels. All right. And then the border collapse. So get the border collapse here. Border collapse has to be collapsed. Right. So, and I think that's it for table. Okay. All right, so that's okay for that. So the next thing is a TD, because the TD has some properties too. The TD is about 6 pixels top and bottom, and then 4 pixels at each side, that means left and right. All right, and then also the border width is 2 pixels. Okay, the border width as the thickness is 2 pixels. All right, so I'm gonna go back there and then have my new style. Have it as TD. All right, table data. That's the internal grid line we're talking about right here, and the cell padding. So so the cell padding, yeah, this is the cell padding. Please, cell padding. I can't remember saying that. So this is cell padding, 6 pixels top and bottom, and 4 pixels at each side. So that's what I'm about to do right now. So TD border. So first of all, I'm going to take care of the border width. The border width is 2 pixels, right? 2 pixels. Yeah, that's it. 2 pixels, and then the padding. So the padding, padding. I think is a box. Padding has to be. So now I have to be careful here. So top and bottom 6 pixels. All right. So I'm gonna just have top 6 pixels here. So I'm gonna check this, please. So I'm gonna have top, bottom 6 pixels, and then left and right. You see, left and right 4 pixels. Okay, so I have right 4 pixels here, and then left 4 pixels here, and I think that's about that for that. Let me just be sure. Another thing here, I don't think so. So I think we're cool for this, for the table and all that, and the TD. All right, so I'm gonna okay that, apply that, and then okay. All right, so the next thing is let me see the next thing, the H1. All right, so the H1 has RGB. So R red 00, G 50, and then B. So it has to follow the hexadecimal convention. All right, RGB. So I think they twisted it here, so you guys should be careful. They twisted that here. So R, the red comes for 00, and then the G 50, and then the B 00. All right, so the next thing, so I'm gonna create a style for H1. So H1, so the H1 the color has to be, let me see, H1 color, so that's the color code right there. So we're gonna just follow that. So the color has to be just have it right here, 000050. All right, so that's it for that one. And then that's dark green. Is that dark green? Okay, well, still okay. The font family, so I'm gonna have the font family, let me see, Palatino if not available, Times New Roman if not available, Times, and then serif fonts. Okay, so we're gonna have Palatino here, sorry, Palatino, comma, and then have the next one is Times New Roman. Times New Roman. I have to type it very well. I don't know. I'm just used to that. Roman, and then the next one is times, and then the next one is serif font. All right, so that's for that. And then the next thing, what's the next thing for? And then we have to take note of the height. So when we talk about height, we're talking about the size, the font size. All right, so I'll go back there and then talk about the font size is 36. Am I sure? Sometimes I forget what I see. All right, I'm not 70, am I? All right, 36. All right, so that's for that. What other thing for that? I think we are good. We're good for that. All right, so I apply that. If I miss anything, please have your comment down in the comment section, and then take note of this. So if you have times, New Roman, and times, please, as you can see, yeah, you know, it especially web automatically puts what's it called, quotation mark in between times New Roman. So always remember that in case you're typing the code. All right, me, I love doing this actually. So because I've typed code before, just one comma, one what's it called, a semicolon or something can just, you know, make your code not to work. So most times I rely on this just for accuracy purposes, though it depends on what you're used to though. All right, so the next one is the H2. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to combine, because if you check H2, H3 and the list, they have, all of them have 16 pixels high. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to combine them this time around. Okay, I'm going to combine them. So I'll create a new style called H2, H3, and then LI. That takes care of the list. So and the font size, their font size is 16 pixels. All right, so I have the 16 pixels, and then apply that, and that takes care of all that. Okay, so the next one, so I have H2 here, so which is left aligned. So what I'm going to do is simply say it. So this is the most effective way actually to do this. So now you can't feel it, but by the time you start handling more web pages or something like that, you find out that this is the most effective way to do this. All right, so new style H2. So I'm going to have H2. H2 text align is left. Okay, it's all left. So I'm going to go to block and then text align, have it left. All right, so apply that. Okay, the next one is let me see, H3 alignment, also center. All right, alignment is center here. So I'll go to block. Sorry, I have to select. I have to select H3. H3. So block alignment. I have it. What did I see? My God, this boy is 100 years old. All right. H3 is center aligned. Yeah. So got it. Okay. So the next one. That's the list right here. Must display as a bulleted list with square bullet points. All right, so I'm gonna go back right there, then create my list li, of course. Okay, let me just use this for once. So I go down here, li, where are you, li? Okay, so let me just get this guy off first. So l, where are you, li? Okay, got it here. All right, so li has to be list. So list style type, just have to have it a square. Am I right? Yeah. So square bullet point. Yeah, I have it at square. All right. That's it for that. Okay, that. All right. I think we're good with everything. All right. So we're good with everything. So correct and complete the style sheet using the information above. All right, done. add your name, center number, and candidate number as a comment at the start of the style sheet. Very important, okay? Very important. So let me just get that done immediately. So I'm going to add a comment of my details. All right, so how do you do that? This time I'm going to type it. I'm so sorry guys, I have to type this time around. So just type my name is Kechukwu. I'm late for, and then NG, that's my center number, assume center number though. All right, then I have my candidate number right here, and then I close that with this, and that gives me, that's how you add a comment, all right, on a CSS. So I have to save that. Okay, so what's the next thing? So save this style sheet in your HTML_1731 folder. Use this file name, this, okay, ST1731 followed by your candidate number. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll do save as, look for, okay, HTML_1731, and then save it as let me just be sure what I'm seeing, ST1731 followed by my candidate number. All right, ST1731 followed by my candidate number. So I have 001 here. Of course it has to be .css. I'm not sure, full.css, something like this. Attach the style sheet to your web page so that it has a higher priority than the style sheet attached in step 8. Okay, all right, so I'll save this guy, and then I'll go back to my HTML. So what I'm going to do is to attach that style sheet so that it can have higher priority, this, okay, that's good. I think it's got higher priority right now. Now if you want to know if it's got higher priority, if you go to your code view, sorry, if you go to your code view, make sure that your link is the second one, because what HTML does, or in HTML what it does is, if it follows the second link, if it follows the first link, now any other link you add as the second one, that's the last one it's going to take. So you make sure that this is the second one. All right, that's so this, it will give this a higher priority. Now if you switch this, if you take this and switch it as the second, now the web page will be seeing this, your browser will start seeing this second one. So the second one is always takes the higher priority. All right, so that's the best thing I can do right now. So in case you don't understand, you can just do some little research. All right, so thank you very much for paying attention. Yeah, all right, so what's the next thing? I thought you started, okay, high priority, that I've done. So take a screenshot showing the content of your style sheet. Place this in your evidence document. Make sure that the file name is clearly visible. All right, so I'm gonna just use the file name here. So the file name, so the only thing I just have to do is just make it visible. So I have to copy this. All right, so just take all these guys right here. The file name is already showing here, so I don't have to go all the way to all this local whatever directory or something. So I have to just copy this like this, and then go back to my evidence document. Please screenshot of your style sheet here. So I have to have it here, so paste it right here, and then we're good to go. Thank you. All right, so the next thing, so I've done this done, right? Yeah. So evidence 4, display the web page in your browser. Take screenshot evidence and place this in your evidence document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go back here, save all, and then preview this on a browser. Thank you. Hope it don't take too much time. Thank you. 1 2 3 4. My system is slow, guys. I don't know why it does like that, but somehow slow though. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do? I don't know how long it's gonna take to load. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pause the video and let it load. Okay, but meanwhile, let me just check out the next question. So take a copy of the HTML source and then place this in your. So I think we're almost done. We are very close to 54 marks. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pause this video and then let this guy load. All right, so see you guys. Alright guys, I've succeeded in loading it. It didn't take much time. Maybe I just pause the video and everything loaded. So the next thing is to just copy this. Alright, I mean to take a screenshot of this. What I'm gonna do, just take a screenshot of this with make sure the file name is showing. I just made it a little small just to contain into my page, so I don't have to adjust too much. So copy this guy, go back to your evidence document and then place a screenshot here of your browser right here, and that's it right there. The next thing is your code. Place your HTML code right here. So I go back, copy everything. So I snap from code view, so enter code view, just copy everything here. Now your code might be different from mine, so it's okay. So there's no one way to do this. Your code, even your CSS code, might be different. All right, it might be slightly different, but they will all do the same thing. All right, so so don't feel somehow if you're not getting exactly what I have here. Code can differ, but what it does will be the same. So I paste everything here, and that's it for this. So you get yourself some cool 54 marks. All right, here. Okay, so so that's it for this. So this guy done, everything done. Now if you have any comment, please leave your comment below. Okay, so I am open to suggestions. Anything you want to say, please. I want to see what you have in mind and any suggestion how to improve this and all that. All right, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and share the videos. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.